Hey everyone, and welcome back to From Books to Big Screen. This is episode 5, The Golden Compass. Okay, I've been wanting to record this episode for a long time. I read The Golden Compass a year ago or two in one of my college classes where we studied fantasy books for children, basically. And I remember I was around in 4th or 5th grade when the film came out in 2007, and I just remember people talking about it because it was kind of scandalous at the time, but I didn't understand why, which I'll go further into depth about why it was scandalous. But the book was written by Philip Pullman in 1995, and the movie was directed by Chris Weitz in 2007. And on paper, the movie sounds like it would be awesome. It had big stars in the cast, like Nicole Kidman, Daniel Craig, and Eva Green. But wow, it was not really good, to be honest. It was not good. The Golden Compass, the book, focuses on churches. Philip Pullman doesn't say the word church, but he puts enough clues into the book that makes you believe that he's talking about a church. So the book focuses on churches basically kidnapping children, so ripping them from their homes and taking them from their demons, which is a big part of what the book is about. And in the book, the demons they kind of sounded scary. They were a part of the character in a way of them growing up, and they represented who they were. But in the movie, I remember we watched it in class and we were all laughing, and we were all so surprised in how they depicted the demons because they were so cute. And their voices were really high pitched, and they just sounded like little Disney characters. And I feel like that wasn't really Chris Weitz's intent. Maybe he wanted it to be more alluring to children to see the film, but when I was reading the book, the demons sounded a lot more scary. And the movie was kind of like a flop, but Chris Weitz went on to direct a lot of other films, and he actually directed New Moon 2 years after he directed The Golden Compass, and that was a huge hit. Twilight was huge. So this one just was not the one. However, the movie did do a really good job, I think, with the characters, picking characters. Lyra's character, they portrayed her so well, and they really showed how she outwits the adults and focuses on saving the other children and herself. But overall, the movie was definitely less dark than the books. They definitely made it more child-friendly. The book, even though Pullman says it's not bashing the Catholic Church, it does allude to it. So I don't think they wanted to really do that in the film because it wouldn't be very marketable, especially to families and especially to people who are Catholic. And I remember being young and teachers were talking about it and kids were talking about how they wanted to see it and their parents wouldn't let them. And I remember my mom even talking about it. She's like, oh yeah, there's something going on with this movie. And I just remember there being a huge thing. And I guess that was, now that I'm older, I understand that it was kind of attacking churches. But overall, the movie really did lighten up certain parts of the plot and certain ideas from the original the original book, sorry. However, the ending in the book was very dark. And this was one of the biggest changes that they made in the film was the ending. I remember my whole class was so confused. We were what is happening? So in the end of the book, it was so sad. One of the characters ended up passing away. I think one of the kids actually killed another kid. But in the movie, Lyra and all her friends all somehow make it happily ever after, and they sail away unharmed, which is definitely a bit more marketable, and definitely better for kids. But overall, this was not one of my favorites, but it was one of the most memorable book to film adaptations I've read and seen because of the drastic differences and also how unsuccessful of a film The Golden Compass was, especially at that time. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. This has been From Books to Big Screen, episode 5, The Golden Compass. And see you guys next time.